Now, many of you are represented by the Public Defender's Office. Your Public Defender, Ms. Woodley, is currently in front of another judge. He is calling her first as a courtesy to me. And so as soon as she becomes available, we'll be able to address those cases. If I call your name and you're represented by the Public Defender's Office, just let me know. It'll be just a moment for your attorney to arrive. I do have a couple of private attorneys that have signed in. I'll be with you in just a moment. Let me just get my docket up here. All right. Mr. Rawhead, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have, sir?
Just got retained over the weekend. Lisandro Perez La Para, 20 CT 2620. I've already had email correspondence with the state. I have a plea offer. It's either a diversion or a straight plea. If Your Honor would like to continue it one time, I'm sure I'll get the discovery. I think the stop is righteous. We'll have it resolved probably before your next pretrial.
All right. Do you want it to remain on the non-jury pretrial docket? Would you prefer it be on the regular private counsel pretrial docket?
If we could do private counsel, Judge, I probably would need, even if it's going to be a plea in absentia, he lives in the East Coast, at least a couple of weeks to get the fingerprints and all that done. So maybe a few weeks out, if you've got something, Your Honor.
I do. Mr. Rosinko, I need to be putting this on the April 7th pretrial docket.
That should be fine.
All right. All right. Paula, can you hear me okay? Paula, can you unmute?
Sorry, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning. You said April 7th?
April 7th, pretrial counsel docket. Pretrial private counsel docket.
So we're going to a regular pretrial, not a non-jury pretrial?
Yes, regular pretrial docket.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Rawhead.
Is that 8:30, Your Honor?
9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Have a pleasant day.
You too, sir. All right. I have someone signed in, law office of Julio Padilla.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, sir. Who do you represent?
Mr. Zapata.
I don't.
Sabino, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm thinking of another individual. Sabino Pastor Perez.
Okay. All right, this is 20 CT 1368. Yes, sir. What would you like to do?
Your Honor, we have been resetting this to allow me to be able to obtain the certification for a U visa from the family court judge, and the package has been submitted. And I think one more reset will allow me to be able to obtain a signed certification, because the state's offer on this has been 10 days because of a previous no valid driver's license. And I'm hoping that if I get that, that's going to allow him to be able to get a driver's license, sir.
No objection to the continuance?
Objection, Your Honor.
For the waiver? Continue the waiver?
Yeah, there is a waiver, Judge.
Very well. All right. Then it'll be April 12th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, sir, and have a nice day.
You too, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Just a moment. Bill, do you know who's here who does not have a letter?
Yes.
All right, let's call those folks first.
Roberto Napoles Fuentes.
All right, 20 CT 2186.
You want my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's fine.
Yes, sir.
Miss Woodley, as soon as I'm done talking to this gentleman, I need to have a quick chat with you. Good morning, sir. All right. So you're here for a charge of driving on an expired license. Are you able to renew your driver's license?
Sí, pero estoy esperando por el permiso del trabajo, que lo vayan a dar el permiso del trabajo, no me la quieren dar.
Yes, but I'm waiting for my work permit because I have received it, and without it, I cannot get one.
All right. How much time do you think you need?
Sí, si se está demorando de 4 a 5 meses el permiso de trabajo.
Well, you know, the work permit is taking about 4 to 5 months. You know what I mean?
No.
No es por mí, sino yo lo hubiera sacado, lo que pasa es que no me la quieren dar por el permiso de trabajo.
Well, if it would be for me, I would have gotten it, but
I understand.
they did not give it to me because of the law.
All right. Let's see. All right, this case is not very old. I can give you some more time to try to work on it, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's continue this. Mr. Cinco, I want to put this out 2 cycles. Give us a little bit of time. So I can give you to May, sir. Looking at May 17th at 10 o'clock. All right, now hold on. Let me just confirm your address because we're going to mail you your notice. Looking at 4527 Coral Palms Lane. That's still your address?
No, I have a mailbox at the post office.
All right, do you have a physical address where we can sit?
No, what I have is a box that I got. Post office.
All right, what address is that?
¿Cuál es la dirección?
So you just have to, can you read it to me? Can you read it? If not, ma'am, could you read it for me? If he doesn't read English, if that's what it is, I need an address.
PO Box 9905. 990538, Naples, Florida 34116.
All right, Paul, could you hear that?
I think I got PO Box 990538.
990538, Naples, Florida 34116.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you May 17th, sir, at 10 o'clock. We're going to be mailing your notice to that PO box. Make sure you check it, okay? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ms. Woodley, can I talk to you for just a moment, please? What's that? Yes, please, come on up. No. Ms. Woodley, come. Good morning. Your office is saying everybody can come. The folks who are going to plead today can stay. Everybody else has got to go. They can go upstairs, they can go home, I don't care which, but they can't be sitting around the building, so whichever you need to do, but folks who are going to resolve the case, they can stay there. Okay?
I just didn't support what was supposed to be fine.
Okay, very good. I don't know, but resolution state, everyone else has to go. Thank you. All right. we have anybody else who's unrepresented?
Yes, sir, just give me a minute.
Thank you.
Yes, you know.
All right.
Mr. Unal. Come on up to the podium, sir.
Good morning, sir. All right. This is Ekrem Unal. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
All right. 21 CT 259. So you're here for a charge of driving on an expired license more than 6 months. Are you able to renew your driving?
No, Mr. Judge, I can't because I'm not a U.S. resident anymore. I'm a tourist.
Okay.
And the police officer asked me a driving license. The first identification I gave him was my driving license from back home country, which is still valid, and which I put on my file, and it's in English and Turkish. And second identification I gave my ID,
Okay.
another ID for him, English and Turkish as well. I put in file as well.
All right. So you think that that is sufficient for you to drive legally here? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, I'm legal driving with my home country driving license. When I'm on tourist visa,
Are you here on a tourist visa?
yes.
All right. I don't see, you say you filed these documents?
Yes, I went to the lady on sixth floor and I gave her my
When did you file these? Is that today?
February the 18th when I first appeared here. Yeah, February the 18th.
Did you file them with the clerk of court or did you go to the state attorney's office? Go to the sixth floor?
They sent me sixth floor and I went to
That's
the lady.
that's the state attorney's office. Mr. Rasinko, did you get a copy of these documents?
I do have a copy of a Turkish license.
Okay. So what this gentleman's indicating is that he's here on a tourist visa, but he's still residing in the country legally on a tourist visa, and he's under the belief that he can use his foreign driver's license for the.
He's not living permanently in this country. How long has he been in the country?
Well, it's not, I think at this point, if what the gentleman is telling me is correct, if you're under a tourist visa, it's not how long he's been here, it's how long he's going.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Right? So how long are you planning on staying?
My flight is on 14th of March.
All right, you're planning on going back to Turkey on March 14th? Mr. Rasinko?
March 14th. Okay.
And you're going to reside with him?
I do have the license here in 21 CT 259. The state announces a null process.
State just dropped the charge, sir. Have a safe trip home. Take care. Have a good day. Thank you, Mr. Rasinko.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Who's next?
The last one that I know of is Amado S. Gonzalez. Sir, do you need an interpreter?
Good morning, sir. This is 21 CT 152. All right, so you're here for a charge of attaching a tag not assigned to the vehicle. State, state, what is the offer, please?
The offer is a withhold $100 fine and costs.
So you can accept that offer today if you wish. You can reject that offer and we can set this matter for a trial. Or, yes, sir, if you still possess that vehicle, if you've gotten it registered, we can ask the state if that changes their position at all. We can ask the state attorney if it changes their position if he's properly registered the vehicle. What would you like to do, sir? I see. So that you're not able to properly register the vehicle? All right. So what would you like to do, sir? Would you like to resolve your case today by accepting the state's plea offer, or would you like to set this case for trial? Yes, which? All right. Do we have plea forms in this courtroom?
We have plea forms, but we do not have fingerprint forms.
All right. We'll figure that out in a minute. All right, can you give this gentleman a plea form? Plea form and waiver of counsel, please. Sir, can you read and write in Spanish? All right. We're going to hand you a couple of pieces of paper. I'm going to ask you to review them. And I'll call you back up in a moment. Paul, I'm going to need some means of getting the fingerprint form for this case.
Or if she can print it.
Can you print down to the courtroom? Are you able to do that from where you are?
Print it blank.
I don't believe that's an option, Judge.
All right.
Are there blank ones down there? Like,
I can't hear you.
are there blank fingerprint forms in the courtroom?
No, that's why I'm asking.
I don't know how I would get them to you. If you'll give me a second, let me email a supervisor and see what I can do.
Can you email a blank copy to Sarah?
Did you catch that? Can you email a blank fingerprint form to Sarah? She can print it out, both and make copies. Work with that.
Give me 1 second, Judge.
Thank you. Was there any other folks who were present? All right.
In the room that I'm in, Judge, I don't have, oh, wait, I do see a scanner. Give me a second. I was just about to say I don't have access to a scanner. Let me see if it's working.
Well, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you move closer to your microphone when you talk to us, please?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
I think, can you hear me now?
A little bit better, yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right. So are you able to send a fingerprint form to Sarah?
I'm still trying, Judge. I'm not in a room that has my typical scanner.
All right, she's got it. She's got it. We're good.
You found one?
Yep, we got it. All right.
Okay.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and address the folks who are on Zoom right now. Ms. Woodley, give you a few more minutes to talk to your folks, okay? All right. First person I've got is Ariel Soto. Please go ahead and unmute.
How you doing? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Great, thank you.
All right, this is 20. Ah.
I do need his phone number and an office. The attorney, so if I can get it continuous, the next pre-trial.
All right, Mr. Soto, I don't know if you can hear her. Your attorney is present in the courtroom with me. She's asking for a couple of things. First, she wants an offer from the state so she can speak to her client. Mr. Singh, can we get an offer, please?
Yes, Your Honor, I did send one over. It is a withhold. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the wrong one. Sorry. This is
Mr. Soto, 20 CT 2048.
the offer is adjudication and costs.
All right, so that's the offer. Mr. Soto, Ms. Woodley would like, if you're willing to give us your phone number right now, she'd like to get your phone number so she can call you and schedule an appointment to discuss the plea offer and how to resolve your case.
Can I speak freely for a second? I got my license for the motorcycle, which is why I'm in this situation. I had the motorcycle license at the last hearing that I was at, and the state pushed it to this hearing. I don't know why. The judge that was present last was not agreeing with the state, but he didn't want to.
What was, so Mr., hold on one second. So Mr. Rasenko, can you confirm this is driving without a valid motorcycle endorsement? The gentleman saying he went ahead and fixed it. Can you check, please?
Yes, I do see that it was fixed. We have a note in here, and the plea was updated to a adjudication and costs.
And what is adjudication and cost? I'm.
It's a conviction and court costs. Ms. Woodley, would you like a little more time to talk about that with your client and with?
I'd rather resolve this today.
State, I don't mean to be. Well, I do, but I mean nothing. I don't see any prior criminal traffic.
Yeah, I have state driver on my license, so.
All right, I see one prior moving violation, and that's it. Is there more to this that I'm not aware of, State?
1 second, Your Honor. I'm seeing why it was amended to
Please.
Adjudication.
What was it before? Okay. No doubt.
Your Honor?
Yes, one moment. The state's looking into it. Give it just
Can
a
I
second.
also ask another question about my license?
You can.
Okay, is there a way that the court put a hold on my license? Because I was pulled over this weekend, and the cop brought me to his computer and showed me that there was something that my license was going to be suspended on the 16th of March, and I was wondering if it was due to this case.
Not that I can tell. Not due to this one.
Because he said it was for unpaid fines, but I paid my fine prior to the last hearing.
It does take around 5 to 7 business days to update on the website, so check with the police officer
I don't know. Could you hear her?
or the clerk.
No, I did not.
What she said was, after you pay fines, it takes a few days for the computer systems to update their records.
Yeah, that was a month ago.
I'm checking David right now. I had a note that it was fixed in our files, but I'm looking in David.
No, it wouldn't be this case, sir, because there's been no failure to appear, and we haven't resolved the case, so there's no unpaid fines.
Yeah, I don't see anything on my end either, Judge, so it could be maybe from a different county, because I'm not seeing any pending or open traffic.
Not in Clark.
In David, it's pending a suspension on the 15th.
And what?
Failure to pay. I have a citation in Collier County.
In Collier County.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second.
Oh wait. Or no, I'm sorry. Is this might be an older one. Sorry. One moment.
Paula, are you able to run a current driving record?
Give me 1 second to verify that, Judge.
And if it,
Share screen with you, I'm assuming?
no, don't share screens. I don't need the world to see Mr. Soto's personal information. If you could email it to me, that would be fine.
Okay,
up my email.
Do you
I
have,
don't see why, if it's on unpaid ticket, why my license is not suspended. I mean, I haven't had a ticket prior of the motorcycle incident.
Well, I'm looking at that now, sir. Give me just a moment. The goal here, sir, is at the end of the day, when you're done with us, you walk away with a valid, clean driver's license, and you don't have to deal with us anymore. That's the goal for everybody.
Yeah.
So we can work with you and let's let you know what you do to make sure that you're in compliance with the law.
Okay.
I see one.
I'm waiting on the thing to load up, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I'm waiting for the site to load up so that I can send you the information you requested.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Asenko, you said you were able to see which citation number?
I'm sorry, that was from an older one. It's saying pending suspension, but I'm not seeing.
Right, but what is the citation number?
This is for a different date. This is for citation it's not indicating this is why the suspension is, but it's citation ADX22KE. That might be an older one. I'm not sure.
Alpha Delta Foxtrot 22 KE, is that right?
Yes. Alpha
Delta Foxtrot 22
X-ray.
Echo, is that right?
Alpha Delta X-ray.
Ah, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did I get those right? No? No, right, you're not listening. Let me just see if there's any unpaid fines.
Your Honor, the only thing I can think of is as I've been through tolls in Cape Coral, and they're supposed to send you the thing that you're supposed to pay for, and I haven't paid a toll, and that's probably the only thing that I could think of.
That might be it. In which case, you'll have to contact the court.
I'll take it up with the DMV.
Yep. Yep. You'll have to reach out to the clerk of court in Lee County and get those taken care of.
Okay.
Because yeah, this is there's nothing I can see in Collier County that might be suspending you.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Asenko, were you able to determine why the offer is still a conviction and cost when this gentleman has obtained a valid motorcycle endorsement?
I do not see in the notes why it was only updated to adjudication and costs. However, I wouldn't, with the pending suspension, I wouldn't amend the plea offer.
All right. Mr. Sutter, are you comfortable giving us your phone number so you can talk to your lawyer? She can try to work on the state a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
239-692-1856.
All right. Ms. Woodley's going to give you a call and see what you can work out. In the meantime, your next court date will be April 12th.
We can't resolve this right now. I don't see why this has not been thrown out. I mean, I have my license in my pocket.
Okay. You're gonna try this case.
Yes.
Okay, state, can you have your witnesses under subpoena?
For what day?
April 12th at 1:30 for trial.
One second, Your Honor. I'm checking my witness availability.
Okay.
No witness issues. The state's ready for trial.
April 12th at 1:30. All right, so sir, you need to be in touch with your lawyer because she just set the case for trial. Either she will convince the state to just drop the charge outright, or we're going to trial. All right, but if we're going to trial, you have to be here in person. So it's very important that you stay in touch with your lawyer, because if you're not here, then I would issue a bench warrant. So you got to make sure you stay in touch with her and that you be here on the 12th if the case is still pending, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Take care.
You too. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Woodley, are you ready on the folks who are here in the courtroom?
Yes, I want to know.
All right. Let's take care of those folks first. And folks who are still on Zoom, thank you for your patience. I do have to address folks who are in person for, social distancing reasons, COVID safety reasons. Is there anyone still waiting outside, or we have everybody here?
Please have the gentleman that's ready to please pass.
I'll take care of that in a moment.
Anything else on the side of the note? Okay. I got it.
Because we have standards of 31 first here.
No, because I'll need her to help with someone on Zoom as well. So let's just get these folks out of the room.
Danielle DeFoy, 20C21700 and 20C22449. She does have a.
I didn't get that, Judge. She sounds very far away.
Speak up into the microphone.
It's not going to make a difference because it's on this microphone, but it's okay. I'll repeat the case numbers.
Yep.
It's 20CT2449, 20CT1700. Danielle Defoe, excuse me. Is that this lady right here?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is this Miss Defoe right here?
Ms. DeFoy is right here on the
Good morning, ma'am.
I told her she could see back there. Would you like me to-
Nope, that's fine. I just want to make sure she's present. Go ahead, Miss.
She does have a valid driver's license, and I didn't see a prior record for any driving cases when they
Mr. Cinco, are you checking to see?
I'm checking. I'm getting into both cases to see, and then I'll check the license.
Please. And for folks who are watching on Zoom and in YouTube land, if it looks like I have mood lighting on, is because we kind of do. I thought we should have some jazz music playing. We're having lighting issues in this courtroom, so I apologize for the weird lighting. We'll go with that.
I'm so used to the smart stuff in offices, it's almost weird after a while.
All right, Your Honor, the license is valid. The plea that was sent was null pros on the 20 CT 1700 and for a plea to 20 CT 2449, which would be amended to a no valid driver's license adjudication and costs.
All right, Ms. Woodley.
Does her having a valid driver's license, they change that with no process cases? She does, I didn't see her driving record with any priors.
I'll do a withhold, but I'm not going to drop both. I'll do a withhold of the no valid driver's license.
All right, Ms. Woodley, if you need a moment to talk to your client, let me call this gentleman. We'll resolve that plea, and we'll keep things moving. Let's go ahead and recall. Yeah, I'm going to do a recall. I'm going to call this gentleman, take a plea, so you have a chance to talk to your client. All right, Mr. Amado Gonzalez, 21 CT 152, recalling for a plea.
Come on up, sir.
All right, good morning again, Mr. Gonzalez. Sir, were you able to read those forms that you were given? Did you understand those forms? Do you have any questions about your rights? All right, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down, please. I've got a state attorney on Zoom. He's going to ask you a few questions, okay? Do you have a pen for him? All right, go ahead, Mr. Cinco.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth? Sir, you have been charged with attaching a tag not assigned. Do you understand that the maximum penalty for that charge is 60 days in county jail?
He said yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement? Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
It's this document here, sir. Yes?
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today? Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
Are you taking any medication?
Okay. Dialysis. One effect.
Are you taking the well,
There's only one way to take it.
does it affect your ability to understand these proceedings?
Okay.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No.
Do you understand you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you want an attorney and cannot afford to hire one, the court will appoint one to represent you?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed today without an attorney?
Well, yes.
Do you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that if you are deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
Yes.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel?
Yes, I need time to speak with an attorney.
Would you like, you have the right to have a lawyer represent you, sir. And even if you cannot afford one would be appointed if you ask. Are you comfortable doing this without a lawyer helping you? All right.
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
Okay. All right. I've reviewed the citation and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. I'm sorry. I find there to be a sufficient factual basis in venue. Excuse me. I've considered the colloquy, and based upon that, find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of attaching a tag not assigned to the vehicle, Paula, can you do a screen share of the JNS page, please?
Oh, sorry, that's
Thank you, ma'am.
please. Oh,
There you go. For the charge of attached tag not assigned, adjudication, it's a withhold of adjudication, Mr. Zinko?
Yes, Your Honor.
Withhold of adjudication, $220 in court costs, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. Good luck to you, sir. We have the blank forms now.
Yes, we have, correct.
All right, thank you, Paul. Good luck to you, sir.
You are going to get a paper?
You need it, well, Paul, can that be printed out at the customer service window, the JNS?
they should be able to do so, but it's gonna print on my end and it's gonna be mailed.
All right, we're gonna mail it to you, or you can go down to the first floor customer service window and ask your judgment.
I don't know if they might charge him for it, as like I said, mine will print out automatically and we send it. Any additional request is $1 per copy. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
What she's saying is, sir, we're gonna mail it to you either way, but there may be a small fee involved if you want them to print it out for you downstairs. Okay? Thank you, sir. All right. Ms. Whether you ready on this default?
Yes, you can be entering the case to the offer.
All right. So which case was she going to plead to?
It's going to be case number 2018-2449.
All right. And that's going to be, is the state amending the charge on that one, or is that to me to the charge of driving while license suspended?
I'm going to be amending the charge to a no valid driver's license, withholding costs.
All right. You're waiving formal filing and arraignment?
Yes, sure.
All right.
So again, the single will be on behalf of the boy 201700 and 202449. Going to the driver previously not guilty. Well, she actually hasn't done that yet, so she's going to be pleading no contest to the following three upon term in 2449. It'll be a withhold, court costs, cost of prosecution, public defender, and then it will be 17000.
All right. All right, ma'am, do you want to accept that plea deal today? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, put your hand down, please. The state attorney on Zoom is going to ask you a few questions. Go ahead, please, Ms. Brusink.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, can I please get your full name and date of birth? Ma'am, you've been charged with driving without a valid driver's license. You've been charged with driving without a valid driver's license. Do you understand that the maximum is 60 days in county jail? Maximum penalty.
Good, yes. Now, ma'am, I know we're each talking through masks, and it's a little bit complicated, but I do need you to speak up so he can hear you, because he's on a microphone right here, all right? Thank you, ma'am. She did say yes. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement? Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today? Are you entering this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Are you taking any medication?
No, sir.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No, sir.
Have you discussed the terms of this plea agreement and the rights you're giving up with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you are deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
Yes, sir.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel?
No, sir.
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
All right. I've reviewed the citation. I do find that there's a sufficient factual basis in venue. I've considered the colloquy and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. For the amended charge of driving without a valid license in 20 CT 2449, withhold of adjudication, $220 in court costs, $50 public defender application fee. Probably will need a $50 public defender fee and $50 cost of prosecution, please.
I'm sorry, Judge?
There needs to be a public defender fee.
Oh, I put it in, I was like, I know I put those in. I put it into the one that's being no prosecution.
Your Honor, and also the state announces a no pros in 20 CT 1700.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, and so on 20 CT 2449, as I said, withhold adjudication, $220 in court costs, $50 application fee, $50 public defender fee, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay everything, okay? So ma'am, thank you, Paul, that's correct. So you've got 90 days to pay everything. If you can't get it paid within that time, you can work out a payment plan with the clerk of courts. If you don't either pay it all or work out a payment plan, they're gonna suspend your license again. And I don't want to see that happen, all right? All right, so get it taken care of. Good luck to you. Okay.
The day that I have got my copy, and I got that receipt, like I thought it was on Friday, Thursday, and I came back Friday. So the first day, like I came on Friday, and they told me that I had a copy on showing up.
I didn't see any failure to appear though.
Is there another case? All right, one moment.
Sure, there are 2 cases listed.
But we just took care of 2 cases. Yeah. And I don't see any other pending cases, at least not in this county. Do you have any other? Okay. Then you're taking care of your dog. Okay. All right. The next person who's present, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we need fingerprints.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You do fingerprint.
All right. So if I can get the next person, please.
Jesse.
Mr. Gentleman in the yellow sweatshirt. Come on up.
Jesse Joshua Salastino.
Yeah, sorry about my error. 2023. Do I have is there an offer for me to resolve it?
I'm sorry, what was this gentleman's name again?
Jesse Celestino?
Got it. Yep. All right. 20 CT 2003. Was there an offer?
Yes. it's adjudication, 6 months probation, may early terminate upon completion of conditions. Let's see, 5 days, weekend work, weekend lockdown, court costs, cost of prosecution.
All right, Mr. Woodley, what would you like to do?
We could prevent trial for offenders.
Are you planning on trying this case?
If the state amends the offer, it can be a much better offer without probation.
Okay. State, you have witness availability?
1 second, Your Honor, while I check, please.
Didn't know which case.
No, that's no problem. Take care of it. Thank you.
We would really like to resolve this case today. I'm sure Single Region there does not have any prior driving incident license at the right time.
I have witness availability.
You guys can talk about it. All right. We'll set this for trial then. April
12th?
April 12th at 1:30. All right. Set that for trial, so you'll need to be here on that date and time. All right. Thanks, sir. All right, who's next?
Anyone else in my line?
Okay.
So if you want to, I don't know if you want to do the first thing first.
I do. Yes, thank you. All right.
3, 2, none, and 1.
So who do I have here? There's a gentleman to my left in the white. Come on up. And everyone else who's still on Zoom, thank you for your patience. Very shortly. Yes, sir. Good morning. Gabriel Dominguez.
Actually,
Yeah.
if you look
He-
at
he-
the
he-
half of Gabriel's benefit.
Attorney Fayette, Attorney Brown requested.
Do they have a clean system?
I'll call
If they want to be in here to resolve a case, yes. Otherwise, they can get on Zoom.
I had the wrong phone number for him, so I did. It is for my mom.
All right. This is 21 CT 182. Mr. Cinco asking for continuance, no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Then we will put this on April 12th at 9 o'clock. We'll see you then, sir, okay? Thank you. All right, the gentleman in the peach shirt, come on up, please. What's his last name? He is also represented by the Public Defender's Office. This is 20 CT 1628. Ms. Woodley, you represent this gentleman?
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Hector Arce?
What is, when they say Kate?
Yes, ma'am. 20 CT 1628.
Can I have the first,
Sure.
is it the one that's
Say no objection to a continuance?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, April 12th at 9 o'clock with a waiver? All right. April 12th at 9 o'clock. All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Woodley, don't go too far because I do have folks who are on Zoom that are probably represented by your office. All right, I have a lady signed in under the name Marie. Can you please unmute?
Yes, it's me,
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Marie Ladenas,
How do you spell that last name?
Loud as in Dave, ENAS.
Got it. All right, this is 20 CT 08. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
And thank you for your patience. Ma'am,
No
you're here
problem.
in charge of driving on a suspended license. See that,
Yes, sir.
I do see that diversion is available. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm
Oh.
sorry?
So ma'am, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. The state has an offer of diversion in this case. What that is that if you enter the program and successfully complete it, they're going to dismiss the charge. Now, in the alternative, state, if Mr. Dennis can get a valid driver's license, what is the state's position?
The state would drop the charge.
I have it, sir.
You have your license reinstated?
Yes, sir.
All right. Give the state attorney a moment. Let him check.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One moment, man. Your patience may be rewarded.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
Your Honor, the license is valid, and in 20 CT 2008, the state announces a null process.
All right, man. Thank you for getting your license fixed. The state just dropped the charge.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
You as well. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I've got let's see. So, Argel Gonzalez Garcia. Can you unmute, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is
Good morning.
Good morning. This is 21 CT 101.
Yes, I'm sorry. I speak Spanish, please.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I speak Spanish. Sorry.
One moment. I need the assistance of an interpreter, please. Thank you. No, it's no problem. This gentleman's name is Argel Gonzalez Garcia. All right, and please tell him that he's here for charges of driving on a suspended license and a charge of driving with a license from another state while the Florida license is suspended. State with the offer, please.
The offer is for count 1 adjudication, $250 fine, court costs and cost of prosecution. Count 2, a null pros for a plea to count 1.
Para cargo 2, la oferta es $250 de multa, costas oficiales, pronunciamiento, se acepta el fallo de culpabilidad. Si se acepta la oferta, se desestima el cargo 2.
Disculpe, no la entendí bien. Se escuchó muy bajito.
He didn't understand what was.
All right, sir. What's that?
I can repeat.
Yes.
La oferta es que se asienta para el cargo 1 se asienta el fallo de culpabilidad, $250 de multa, costas judiciales y el costo de enjuiciamiento. Y si usted acepta esa oferta, se desestima el cargo 2. ¿Pudo entender?
Sí, gracias.
He could understand.
Okay. All right. So, sir, you can accept that plea if you wish.
Señor, si usted desea, puede aceptar la oferta.
You can reject that, and we can set this matter for trial.
Si no puede negarse a aceptarlo y lo fijamos para juicio.
I'll remind you, you do have the right to have an attorney represent you.
Le quiero hacer recuerdo que usted tiene el derecho de tener un abogado que lo represente.
Or if you wish, you can try to see if you can fix your driver's license.
O si no, si usted desea, puede tratar de ver si puede resolver el asunto de su licencia.
And the offer may improve.
Y puede que la oferta mejore.
What would you like to do?
¿Qué es lo que desea hacer?
Es que ya yo pagué cerca de $3,000. Yo hice todos los pagos que tenía que hacer. El problema es, yo fui hoy en la mañana a la licencia, todos los días, pero el problema es las citas están muy largas. Ya yo no tengo problema ninguno. Yo tengo todo pago, todo resuelto.
Well, I have already paid that $3,000. I have paid everything, and the problem is I went this morning to the driver's license bureau, and the problem is to get an appointment. Very hard to get time, but I have everything done, and I have no problem.
All right, so you just need an appointment to get your license fixed.
Entonces, tan solo necesito una cita para resolver la licencia.
Correcto, porque en Miami es por cita obligatoriamente y las citas están bien largas.
Yes, because in Miami, you have to have an appointment, and
Okay.
to get an appointment, taking a long time.
All right, if I give you till next month, do you think you might be able to get an appointment and reinstate your driver's license?
Señor, si le doy hasta el siguiente mes, ¿usted quiere una cita y obtener su licencia?
Lo que necesito ver es por qué razón. Voy a hacer un viaje ahora fuera del país, entonces necesito si puede como que no sea exactamente para un mes, sino un poquitico más, para que me dé tiempo a hacer todo.
Well, the thing is that I have a trip planned outside the country, and I would need a little bit more than a month to be able to do all this.
All right, how about me?
¿Y para mayo?
Sí, perfecto.
Yes, perfect.
All right, state any objection to putting this on May the 17th.
No objection, Your Honor.
La Fiscalía no tiene objeción de que esto se prorrogue hasta el 17 de mayo.
All right, so we'll put this on May 17th at 10 o'clock,
Lo dejamos para el 17 de mayo a las 10 de la mañana
and hopefully you'll have your license fixed at that time.
y esperemos que haya resuelto el problema de la licencia para el corte.
May I confirm your address?
Quisiera confirmar su dirección.
I have 2635 West 74th Street in Hialeah.
Tengo la 2635, what street was it?
West 74th.
West 74 calle en Hialeah.
It's correct, yeah.
That's correct, yes.
All right, we're going to mail you your next court date,
Le vamos a enviar por correo la siguiente cita
May 17th, 10 o'clock.
para el 17 de mayo a las 10 de la mañana.
All right?
¿Está bien?
Sí, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Gracias, señor.
That was 21 CT 101. All right. Let's see. I've got Jarrett Miles. Can you unmute, please, Mr. Miles?
Hi, Judge.
All right. This is 20 CT 1930. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Here, just a moment.
Driving on a suspended license. This case has been pending for a little while. Have you had any luck obtaining a valid license?
Yes.
Oh, good. So you have your license now.
Not an actual physical and stuff, and I still have to pay. But yeah, I've set up and.
All right. So you're close to having it.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Is there fees with you guys too?
Yes, there would be once the case is resolved.
Okay. Where do I go from here?
Well, it sounds to me like you're close to having a license in hand.
Yes. Are you able to look up on the DMV to see if it's like actually validated right now?
It can. Mr. Singer, can you take a look real quick, please?
I'm looking, Your Honor, right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Your Honor, it's still showing suspended.
All right.
Because I've been to the DMV, but I haven't actually paid the ticket at the courthouse.
All right. So you're getting closer. Would you like me to put this on the April docket and see if you can get it done by then?
Yes, sir.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 12th at 9 o'clock.
I'll see you there.
We're getting really close, okay?
Yeah, I can't wait to drive again.
I'm looking forward to you being able to do it legally.
Yes, I promise to drive legally.
We'll see you on
Thank you.
Thank you.
April 12th. Thank you.
Take care. All right. If someone signed in under the name Jacobo, can you unmute, please? Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What's your full name, please?
Jacobo Maciel.
This is 20 CT 1944. Good morning, sir. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license. State, what was the offer?
It's a withhold, $100 fine and costs.
All right. And if the gentleman can get a valid license?
The state would drop it.
All right. Sir, do you think you can get yourself a valid license?
Yes. You have given me extra time, and last month I had my daughter.
Yes.
Or this month actually. So I've been really busy. I just got back to work a few weeks ago, and it's been a little difficult because I don't have a vehicle. So I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna get to the DMV for somebody so I'm able to.
All right. Well, sir, you know, I'd like you to be able to get this behind you. So would you like me to move this to April and see if you can get that license? The state's saying they're going to drop the charge and make it go away.
Yes, I'll make sure I have it by then.
All right. All right, Mr. Cinco, is it any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, I'll put this on April 12th at 9 o'clock. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get this done so you don't have to deal with us anymore, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you April 12th at 9 o'clock, excuse me, 9 o'clock. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Brina Boyce. 20 CT 2520, good morning. I can't hear you, ma'am.
No?
Oh, now I can hear you. Good morning.
All right. Good morning.
All right. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving while license suspended.
Hold on 1 second.
State, what is the offer, please?
I apologize.
All right.
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right. And if Ms. Boyce can get her license?
I am very close to getting my license. I just started working and I just started renting a place to live. So I just have to get this FR44 insurance. So I was thinking if I have another month, I should be able to get everything done with the DUI school and paying off my license.
All right. Getting close. State, any objection to a continuance?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And you want me to put this on April and see if you can make some more progress?
Yes, that would be perfect.
All right, let's do that. April 12th at 9 o'clock, ma'am. We'll see you then. Good luck getting things done. We'll see how much progress you've made between now and then, okay? But good luck getting things done, okay?
April 12th at 12 o'clock?
At 9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock. Got it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
And for all the council who are holding, I appreciate your patience. These folks have been on since 9. It's just been a big and slow docket this morning, but thank you for your patience. I'll be with all of you in just a few minutes. All right, Michael Simone. Michael Simonetti, I'm sorry. The last, Mr. Simonetti, can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
You there? All right, sir, this is 20 CT 258.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can. All right, sir, would you, so you're here for a
All
tag not assigned to the vehicle? State, was there an offer?
Yes, sir.
Second, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on. This gentleman is represented by the public defender's office. No, he's not.
Actually, I've hired you.
Ms. Upson. You have Ms. Upson. Sorry, that changed.
Yes, sir.
Is Ms. Upson on the line? She is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to recall your.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to recall your case, all right? I'll give you just a moment.
All right.
All right, one moment. All right. So if anyone on the 9 o'clock docket who's still holding? We're about Dorian Santiago.
Hello?
Hello? This is Miss Dorian
Hi, good
Santiago.
morning.
Hi, this is
Yes, sir.
285. Good morning. Thank you for your patience.
No problem.
You're here for a charge of driving without a valid license?
Yes, sir. I'm in the process of getting them, but in LaBelle, it's only appointments only, and I haven't got to my appointment. It's on the 17th. I mean, the 19th, I'm sorry.
You have an appointment on the 19th of March?
Yes, to get my license back.
Well, then let's do this. I can give you April 12th for your next court date, and hopefully you'll have your license at that time. Does that work for you?
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 12th, 9 o'clock, ma'am. Sign in the same way you did today, and hopefully you'll have a license in hand at that time, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. All
Whatever
right.
you are, sir.
Let me just take care of a couple more folks, and then we'll address these folks. Okay. Who have you got?
Kishnaden Orion Bonwa. Attorney is Nicholas Torres Triana.
Oh, do I have attorney Nicholas Triana?
Yes, Judge. Good morning. Nicholas Torres on behalf of Mr. Boyneuf, Kishnaden Boyneuf.
All right. They're present here in the courtroom.
What's the case number, Judge?
One moment. I'm looking it up.
Case number 20 GT 2265.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Judge, we received an offer from the state yesterday. He qualifies for the diversion program. I would ask Mr. Boyneuf, since he is in the court, if he could please give my office a call as soon as he's out. We had been trying to contact him to extend that offer, and if we could get a reset for him to decide and go into the program or not.
Ma'am, you're this gentleman's mother? You're this gentleman's mother?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Judge, this is the 10 o'clock?
What's that, Paula?
This case is on the 10 o'clock or the 9 o'clock?
10 o'clock, I have it.
Oh, give me 1 second to switch dockets, Judge.
No problem. And while we're doing that, counsel, I am working on fixing this. I'm switching the dockets to where private counsel will be at 9 and the PD pro se doc will be at 10, so I can address you all very quickly and a little more. I'm fixing this. Just
wonderful, Judge. That's fine. I totally understand.
Set up where there was a lot less cases on it, and we weren't talking to people on Zoom. So I'm working on it. I'm fixing this. It'll go smoother down the road.
I'm ready, Judge.
All right. So once again, 20 CT 2265 on the 10 o'clock docket. Folks, your lawyer is here on Zoom. He's saying that the case is diversion. And what that means is that there's a program that if you successfully complete it, the state is going to drop the charge. He'd like to talk to you about this. All right. So do you have a phone number for your attorney? If not, we can give it to you right now. Yep. Hold on, Mr. Torres. Let me get your number so these folks can give you a call the moment they leave the courtroom. What is your number, please?
561.
I'm sorry?
561.
561.
621.
621.
0028.
All right. So this is attorney Nicholas Torres. And here is his phone number. Sir, would you mind giving this to these folks?
Oh, absolutely. Sorry about that, Your Honor.
No problem. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Give your attorney a call. I'm going to go ahead and reset this matter for April 12th at 10 o'clock. And hopefully, if everything is going the way I think your attorney wants it to, you won't have to come back again, okay? April 12th, 10 o'clock is going to be the next court date. But give Mr. Torres a call, and he'll let you know how he expects things to go from here, okay? Mr. Torres, I will tell you that diversion still is requiring attorneys to be present with their clients when they sign up, okay?
That's fine, Judge. Yeah, I have another case set today that has the same issue, so I've been made aware of that. And thank you for facilitating this with the phone number.
No problem. All right, folks, give your attorney a call. Take care. Hopefully, April 12th, 10 o'clock is the next court date. But call your attorney and he'll let you know what's coming next, okay? Take care, folks.
And Judge, if I may call the other case that I have in front of your honor today.
All right.
That's Robert Salas, 20 CT 2613.
Okay.
That's also going to be a diversion, Judge. He is accepting it. We're in the process of coordinating that with the state. I mean, with the probation.
I don't have a Robert Salas on my docket.
Neither do I, Judge.
I have it as Robert Roach Salas.
20 C 613 Roach Salas.
There we go. All right, you were saying, sir.
That he is accepting the diversion program. We're coordinating a date to go to probation to sign the paperwork. So if I could have a brief reset, it should drop off the docket by then.
All right. State, you agree, April 12th, 10 o'clock?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. All right, take care, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day, too.
You too. All right. Was there anybody else that I have on Zoom from the 9 o'clock docket? I've got an Alejandro. Let's see, I can't read his name yet. Starts with a Z. It says it's cut off on my pager. Alejandro.
Hello? I'm right here, sir.
How are you, sir? You are represented by.
How you doing, sir?
Good morning, sir. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. She's present in the courtroom with me. This is 21 CT 77. Miss Woodley, what would you like to do?
This is the first time up on the docket. I will get a continuance and just if he doesn't mind giving his phone number on.
All right. So your lawyer's asking for a little work on your case, but she does need your phone number so she can talk to you. Are you comfortable sharing that number on Zoom with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay. Cause I just went to I came down to your courtroom today. Your bailiff had told me that I was Zoom. So yes. I went to the Public Defender's Office to get the Zoom information. You can tell her that the number that they got on file is my correct number. It just was disconnected. Okay. I will give it to you right now. If you ready for me.
If your number is correct and it's been reconnected, then you're good. She's got that number, okay?
All right, yeah, it's 240-970-3351.
All right. All right. State, no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll see you April 12th at 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You too.
All right, I've got one other lady who's present in the courtroom. Who do we have?
Yes, Ms. Alicia Alvarez, 19 BT 23447. I do have her driver's license is valid.
All right, this is 19 C. You don't need to. 19 CT 2347. Elisa Marie Alvarez. State. Ms. Woodley's indicating that the license is valid. Can you please check?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I just verify it? It's valid.
All right. Ms. Willie, don't we forget that one gentleman with the motorcycle endorsement? I do have now a copy of his current driving record, which I can share with you at the end of the docket. It's not toll tickets, but you should have this so you can properly advise your client how to move forward, okay?
Okay.
Just don't let me forget.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication and costs. The defendant has a prior no valid driver's license in 2019 in Hendry, a prior in 2019 no valid driver's license in Collier, and in 2015 and 2016 in Michigan has 2 separate no valid driver's licenses.
All right. This will, they'll give you a chance to speak with your client. Let me go ahead and call a couple of private counsel cases. So let's switch to the 10 o'clock docket, please, Paula.
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, Mrs. Maurer, good morning. Ms. Maurer, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor, sorry.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I also have Miss Upson with me.
Oh, okay, good. All right, she does have a client who's on Zoom with us, or at least she did.
Okay.
She's Simonetti. So actually, let me go ahead and address Miss Upson's case first if she's there with.
Here, I'll turn it.
So we're going back to the 9 o'clock, Judge?
Can you hear me? All right, I have Mr. Simonetti on the line as well, 20 CT 2586.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Upson?
Judge, I'm asking for a continuance of this case. He has a felony that's arose from the same set of circumstances. We're looking to see if there are any suppression issues, and I'm waiting for the videotape of the incident.
Okay. All right. So, given that there may be a little more complex things to this case, would you like this on the regular private counsel pretrial docket?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
All right, let's do that. Let's put this on April 7th at 9 o'clock for a private counsel pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Was that your only case?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're up.
Okay.
Hi.
Should I call? I have one on the 9 o'clock and a couple 10 o'clocks. Which docket are you working through?
Paula might come over to my courtroom and hit me with something if I make it turn.
Okay, fine.
Let's stick with the 10 o'clock for a minute.
10 o'clock. Okay. On the 10 o'clock docket, I have Pedro Morales.
All right. 20 CT 2523. Yes, ma'am.
I just received an offer in this case. If we could set it out a little bit, I'll get a plea in absentia done.
All right. Say no objection to continuance.
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th at 10 o'clock. All right.
Romaine Sargento, I have the same request.
All right. 20 CT 2418. State no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 12th, 10 o'clock.
And Oliver Rodas, I'm asking for a continuance with a waiver because he's in the process of obtaining a driver's license.
All right. 20 CT 1641. State no objection to continuance.
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock.
My last one was on the 9 o'clock.
Well, I've got Romaine Sargento.
He had 2 cases. We set the first one for April 12th at 10.
Oh, all right. So both cases, April 12th, 10 o'clock. All right. All right, Paul, you tell me. Would you like me to try to take, a bunch of the 10 o'clock cases first, or can we just flip back over to the 9 o'clock real quick?
We can go ahead and go back on the 9 o'clock first.
All right. Hector Sanchez Lopez, 20 CT 2605. Yes.
I was just retained in February, so same request. Continue with a waiver, please.
All right. April 12th at 10 o'clock. State you agree?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Ms. Woodley, are you ready to go?
Yes, she would like to make please. She will come forward.
I'm sorry, this lady's name again is?
President.
All right.
And she was drawing her previous plea of not guilty and she will be no contest. Valid driver's license, communication of skills, or cause of
Right.
Your Honor, this 19 CT 2347, correct?
Correct. All right.
2353?
This is 2347, 19 CT 2347.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Ms. Alvarez, you want to accept the terms of the plea as stated by your attorney? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down, please. The state attorney who's on Zoom is going to ask you just a few questions. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
Alicia Maria Alvarez, 0313.
Ma'am, you've been charged with driving without a valid driver's license. Do you understand that the maximum penalty for that charge is 60 days in county jail?
She said yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Are you taking any medication?
No, sir.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No, sir.
Have you discussed the terms of the plea agreement and the rights you're giving up with your attorney? Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, you may be...
One second. Ma'am, are you all right? Are you sure? Do you need to sit down? Are you okay? Miss Woodley, do you need a moment? I can give you a moment if you need me to recall the case.
She misunderstood 60 days and she explained the question for 60 days and explained that.
No, it's just the maximum that you can get, ma'am. You're getting just, it's a conviction and was there a fine involved or is it just conviction costs?
Costs.
Conviction and court costs, ma'am. Are you okay? Do you still want to go forward? You're not going to jail today. Are you ready to go forward? All right. It is a problem with Zoom, Mr. Asinko. She thought you were putting her in jail for 60 days and started to panic a little bit.
I'm sorry if I missed.
All right. So since you're just paying court costs, are you comfortable going forward now, ma'am? All right. Please pick up where you left off.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea? Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea? Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel? Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
All right. One moment.
Yeah, you're right. She could have 90 days for this.
90 days to pay, that's no problem. All right, I reviewed the citation in this case. I read the citation in this case. Do you find there is a sufficient factual basis and venue? I consider the colloquy and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of driving without a valid license, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $50 public defender application fee, $50 public defender fee, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. All right, now, ma'am, if you can't get it paid within those 9 days, since you have a valid license now, you can work out a payment plan with the clerk of courts. And that will stop a suspension going into place. But otherwise, they're going to suspend your license again, and you don't want that to happen, okay? All right, Paula, that is correct. Go ahead and enter that JNS. Bill, before you move forward on that other thing, just let me know, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir. All right, someone's going to take your prints. All right, let me go through private counsel real quick and get some of these folks moving. Counsel, I do appreciate your patience, okay?
Not a problem.
And we can come on over here.
All right, I've got Jose Castaneda.
Good morning, Judge. Buenos dias. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Judge, I have Mr. Lopez, Freddie Lopez, and I did speak with the state on this.
All right,
Judge,
hold on. I have to call the case number. It's 2179. I'm sorry, this way Court Smart, our electronic court reporting can notate the docs correctly. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that, Judge. Thank you very much, sir. I did speak with the state. We're going to work out a plea, Judge, and so I don't know what the court's procedure is. Does it need to be in person? If this can be done, a plea in absentia, you can let us know.
That's not a problem. The charge of driving without a license, it's going to be a plea, you said?
Yeah, we're going to accept the state's offer. It's going to be a withholding court costs. So I don't know what the court's procedure is on that.
Plea in absentia is preferred. If there are reasons why you need to do it in person, I can make those arrangements as well.
No need to be there in person, Judge. We can set that and do that, all that paperwork, and bring it into your honor ahead of time.
All right. How about April 12th for you? Does that work?
Works perfect.
All right. State, you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. April 12th, 10 o'clock, and we'll see you then, sir. You can do a plea in absentia on that date and time if you wish. Okay.
Thank you very much, Judge.
But go ahead and file the PIA with the clerk of court prior to, and that way I'll have access to it. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We'll do that in a waiver speedy if we didn't do this so previously. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Everyone, give me just one moment. Let me take a look at this before you process. Don't leave. Just I want to take a look at this.
I'm just waiting for confirmation.
Okay. That's fine. I'll explain later. Just before you go fully with that, just give me a chance to take a look. Closer look at it.
If it's confirmed, then I'll give it to you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Gordon. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Judge. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I have Jose Martin Malagon, 20 CT 2597. Just received an offer on Thursday, and I just need to review that with the client if I can have the April 12th date with a waiver.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Ms. Gonzalez, good morning. Juan Carlos Sierra.
Yes, Your Honor.
06.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have Juan Carlos Sierra. Your Honor, we have the plea in absentia ready to go. He has to come in and sign it. Well, not come in. He actually lives in Texas. We've had a little bit of a problem with that, but we should have it if you can put it on for actually whatever court date the court prefers. I may still need a week or two.
That's fine. How about April 12th? State?
Yeah.
April 12th at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I have counsel signed in under AR. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Who am I speaking with?
Alejandro Roque.
All right.
Case is 002322. Randy Perez Mejia.
Yes, sir. What would you like to do today?
Your Honor, we got an offer for diversion that was sent to the probation office last week, but we've not been able to get an appointment so that I can go with the client and sign the offer.
No
it's $230 fine and 30 community hours. But I have to go with the client and so we can sign the paperwork.
That's fine. I can set this on April 12th, and if you can get your client signed up on the contract before then, the case will come off the docket. Does that work for you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
State no objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Casassa, good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Got Limber, Sargento, Espinoza, 20 CT 2272.
Judge, I just got a plea offer from the state. I need to discuss it with my client, so I'm going to request a continuance of the waiver.
State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 10th, April 12th, 10 o'clock, excuse me. And I've also got one Mauricia Caballero, 20 CT 2311.
Same situation, Judge. Mr. Rosinko just sent me a plea offer and I need to discuss it with the client. So request a continuance of the waiver.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. McCreary. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Judge, I have Mr. Lunsford.
What's that?
I have Mr. Lunsford.
Yes, sir. Matthew Walter James Lunsford, 20 CT 1851.
Your Honor, I'm asking for one more continuance. He does have a valid license. I'm in discussions with the state.
Okay. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Contreras, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Juan Pedro Lopez Garcia.
Sorry, I keep talking over you. Go ahead.
Okay, I have Juan Pedro Lopez Garcia, 20 CT 2600. Your Honor, he's currently under ICE custody, so I would request a continuance with a waiver.
Your Honor, I would request that this be transferred to Judge Nicola's docket and placed on her March 31st pretrial docket at 9. The defendant has a lower case number, 20 MM2117.
Ms. Contreras, you object to me doing that? Are you representing him on the other case as well?
I am, Your Honor. That's fine.
Let's put them together. All right, Paula, can you go ahead and fulfill the state's request by transferring this to Judge Nicola and putting on her pretrial docket on the date previously indicated?
Give me 1 second, Judge.
All right.
$421?
I'm sorry, Mr. Rosinko, what was that date?
It's March 31st at 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank
you. Thanks.
Mr. Rios, Jason Rios, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Jason Rios for Mr. Jesus Mendez, 20 CT 1595, Your Honor. Good morning. Your Honor, Mr. Mendez has a case. He was prepared to enter a plea. However, he finds himself in the Lee County Jail at this time. So I'm not sure how the court wants to move forward, if the state's going to be asking for a bond removal, or we're just going to continue this with a waiver.
Well, right now his presence is waived for today's proceedings because we're doing it remotely. How long do you expect him to be visiting in the Lee County Jail?
Your Honor, it's a pretty serious charges. I don't think he's going to be bonding out or getting out anytime soon.
All right. What is this charge? This charge is
simple driving with.
Were you trying to work out a plea? Can we do a plea in absentia?
We can do a plea in absentia, Your Honor. The state has made an offer of a fine and court costs.
Okay. I said if it's going to be a trial, I can do a transfer order. But if it's going to be a plea, we can do a plea in absentia, and that way you don't have to deal with having to get a move from one jail to the next.
That would be perfect, Your Honor.
All right. Let me put this on the 12th and see if you can get a plea in absentia to your client. Does that work for you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, April 12th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too, sir. Take care. All right, Mr. Carney, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Lee Carney here. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you doing?
All right. Thank you, sir. I have two cases. I'm not sure which one you're calling first here.
How about Glendis Gonzalez Rengifo, 20 CT 883?
Judge, I have just received an offer from the state regarding this case. I'm asking that it be set for next pre-trial.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock.
All right. Yes, sir.
And then I've got Zeferino Rodriguez, 20 CT 2372.
Yes, Judge. This is a plea in absentia that has been filed with the clerk for review. I'm asking if the court would consider review and acceptance today.
State, I've got an adjudication, $100 fine, court cost of prosecution. Are those the correct terms?
Your Honor, I have adjudication, $100 fine, and costs.
I believe the plea in absentia. Oh, yeah, that's what I've got. Is that correct?
Plea in absentia, yes, sir.
All right, one moment. All right, I reviewed the citation and find that there's a sufficient factual basis in venue. I reviewed the plea in absentia and find that there is an accurate recitation of the terms of the plea along with a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. This is acknowledged by the defendant by the defendant's signature before notary. There's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I find the plea has been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. For the offense of driving with an expired license more than 6 months, adjudication of guilt, $100 fine, $220 of court costs, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. And Mr. Carney, you had consolidated a seatbelt ticket. Did you want to resolve that as well today?
I thought that had been resolved already. If it has been consolidated, yes, we'd like to resolve it. I'm requesting merge and dismiss based on the citation or the plea to the case at bar now, sir.
All right, that motion is granted.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Judge, I have one other question. If the plea in absentia is accepted and it doesn't indicate time to pay, how much is basically given? Would you know?
I've been doing 90 days to pay.
All right, fine. All right, so 90 days here. All right, that will be reflected on the judgment, I believe, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir, it will be.
All right, thank you. That is what I have today. Thank you, sir.
Confirmed?
Confirmed, sir.
Okay.
Public defenders advised that there's no such thing.
No such thing as what?
What?
You have it confirmed.
I have it confirmed.
Let me take care of these folks. I'll be with you in just a moment. Ma'am, just hang tight. We're gonna straighten it out, okay? All right. Mr. Paz, good morning.
Morning, Judge. How are you today?
Well, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. On your 10 o'clock calendar, I have the case of Jose Garcia Bermudez.
One moment. Yes, sir. 20 CT 2548. Go ahead, please.
Judge, the state has extended an offer of a withhold court cost, $100 fine, and $50 cost of prosecution. My client is going to accept that. We're going to request a defense continuance with the waiver of speedy trial. That way he can come in and sign the PIA and bring his fingerprints if required on this case.
All right, so you just want the April 12th docket?
April 12th, that should be fine, Judge.
All right, state?
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You too. Have a good day, sir. Bye-bye. Thank you, State.
Mr. Verrami, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Mark Franklin Noger, 21 CT 126.
Yes, sir.
He reinstated his license, but when I checked this morning, it's showing that it's suspended again. So we got to figure out what's going on.
Yep. April 12th. Give you time to figure it out.
Waiver.
All right. State. All right, April 12th at 10 o'clock. All right.
Jose Zacharias, 20 CT 2347. This is a diversion case. We have everything in place. We're just waiting for the paperwork to be completed. It'll be off the docket by the next calendar.
All right. April 12th, 10 o'clock.
Carter Allen Taylor, 18 CT 2768. This is my first docket on this case. He was pro se before, his old case. He has a number of out-of-state suspensions that I've been working on and attempting to get his license reinstated. I'm going to ask for another continuance to allow him to work through Arizona, California, and Texas are the 3 states that we've been going through.
Okay. All right. Oh, he retained a counsel.
Yes. Yes.
Is there? Okay. So this gentleman has been coming to court to see me time after time after time after time. He was. I'm glad to see he hired somebody to finally help him because he was struggling to deal with all these different states and jumping through all those hoops. So, do you think a month is enough time, or do you need a little more time to work through everything?
2 cycles would be
I remember,
fine.
I remember Mr. Taylor. He's been working on this for a long time.
He has, and he's been hitting a lot of roadblocks because either the DMVs are closed or whatever clerk of court's office that he contacts in Texas, California. Texas is back up and running now, but I have some directions of where we're going with this.
You have a lot of work to do with his case.
I do, but the good news is I know which counties we have to attack, so that's what we're working on.
All right.
That was a big question. Couldn't figure out.
State, I know this case is really old, but Mr. Taylor had been before me probably no less than at least 10 times. He personally stood before me and gave me updates as to what he was working on and everything. So I really wanted to give him a chance to see this one through to the end.
No objection at all, Your Honor. Understandable.
Mr. Verderamo, you want April or May?
Let's do May, just to be safe.
All right.
Last case is Constantino Perez, 20 CT 2269.
Hold on, I had a date on the last one. It's going to be May 17th at 9 o'clock.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, the last one.
Perez, 20 CT 2269. I'm going to request a continuance of the waiver. Mr. Rosenko, can you send me an offer on this?
Oh, yes, sir. It's diversion or withhold and $100 fine and cost.
Okay. That's great.
All right.
So we'll set it for either a resolution, hopefully be off the docket.
All right, April 12th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Take care. Mr. Fayette, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, I've got Walter Goodyear Najera Sola, 20 CT 2558.
We are signing up for diversion tomorrow morning, Judge. That was the first appointment I could get.
All right, April 12th, 10 o'clock, with the expectation that it won't make it on the next docket. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Brown, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing today?
Well, how are you, sir?
Great. I just have one case in the docket today.
Yep.
Felipe Lozano Carrillo, 20 CT 2615. It's a newer, pardon me, Your Honor. It's a newer one for us. My notes from intake indicate he may actually be able to get a license. So I was going to ask for the April date. If he can't get a license by then, I'll work something out with Mr. Rosenko. Probably resolve it then.
No problem. State, agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Mr. Jonas, good morning. Mr. Jonas?
Hi, Judge. James Jones on behalf of James Trutwin.
I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Trutwin.
How do you spell that?
Trutwin.
I'm not seeing it on my docket.
Judge, it's the last, it's 2021 CT 56.
2021
CT 56.
Ah, all right, there we go. I don't know why I couldn't find that. All right. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, on that, the state's generously offered diversion. We're looking into that currently, but Your Honor wants to put it on a trial docket, so it goes away one way or the other.
All right, you want to set up a trial?
That's fine, Your Honor.
No problem. State?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. I can set it on April 12th at 1:30 for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor, and we waive speedy trial too, in case something comes up.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Campos, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
20 CT.
Here for case Juan Benito Hernandez Itza, case number 20 CT 2511.
Yes, ma'am.
We were hopeful that we could do a clean absentia. We filed the documents just on Friday. We looked this morning. I don't see them. I don't know if maybe you have them.
I do not. But Paula, can you see if they're in the queue?
I don't have access to the queue, Judge. I can have someone look to see if it's sitting in there.
Would you mind see if someone can do that? And Ms. Campos, I can recall you in just a minute. Let's see if we can get it uploaded and get this case done today. Does that work?
Great, thanks.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Paula, if you wouldn't mind asking someone to see if we can get that going, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
And then, Paul, am I okay to call another case, or do you need a moment?
One moment, please.
Is this an FTA?
Sir, it's, well, now it's contempt. I have no idea. No.
Okay, I know what this is. Okay.
Okay, Judge, I've sent it.
All right, very good. Can I call the next case? Are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Gorman, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. We have Juan Jaime.
All right, this is 20 CT 2401.
Judge, if you look in the clerk's file there, you should see an executed plea in absentia that was filed. The negotiated terms of the resolution subject to Your Honor's approval are that count 1, failure to register motor vehicle, will be null prost. Count 2, driving license suspended, will be adjudication of guilt, all cost of prosecution, and that's it, Judge.
All right, take a look and tell me if you can confirm that the terms of the plea are correct.
Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Gorman, I have 4 counts.
Yeah, Judge, there's some infractions as well that we're going to ask to merge this.
No problem.
Yes, Your Honor, the terms are correct.
All right. Then I have reviewed the citation. And you're pleading to the charge of driving while license suspended, Mr. Gorman?
That's correct, Judge.
I reviewed the citations. Do find there is a sufficient factual basis in venue. I reviewed the plea in absentia and find that there is a correct recitation of the terms of plea by stipulation of counsel. There's also a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant, acknowledged by the defendant by his signature before a notary. There's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I find the plea has been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. I will accept the plea in post-sentence as follows. On count 2, driving while license suspended, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. State, you have an announcement on count 1?
Yes, Your Honor. Count 1 in 20 CT 2401 is no prost.
All right. And Mr. Gorman, you have a motion to merge and dismiss on counts 3 and 4.
That's correct, Judge.
That's granted. All right. And Paul, that JNS is correct. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Anything further?
No, Judge. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, sir. Take care.
Here.
Mr. McGann, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. I've got Ricky Danielle Chavez, 20 CT 1667.
Your Honor, there was an issue with her coming from Immokalee to Naples to sign up for the diversion program. So we would ask for one final court date for her to actually come to Naples and sign up for the diversion program.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. April 12th at 10 o'clock. And then I've got Fidel Alejandro Marrero Castellanos, 21 CT 157.
Your Honor, this is the first time up. I believe he might be able to get a driver's license, but if he hasn't, we'll have resolved it before the next non-jury trial docket, and we would waive speedy trial.
All right. State no objection to continuance.
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Gann. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Your Honor, I actually have one other case. The last name is Paul Suar. It's under Ted Hollander's name.
Ah, yes, sir. 20 CT 423.
So I just heard back on Friday, late Friday afternoon, for his immigration custody credit, and so I'm hopeful if I send it over to the prosecutor, we'll be able to work something out because there is a 30-day jail plea offer in this case. So we would ask for the final court date either for a plea in absentia or to set it for a trial.
All right. State.
No objection, Your Honor.
April 12th, 10 o'clock for pre-trial.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gann. Take care.
You as well.
Let's see if we got that the plea in absentia uploaded. It's still not showing up in SmartBench, but let me check Showcase. That case number.
I just got an email that is being processed.
All right, 2050-2511.
It should be in there now, Judge.
It's there. All right. State, are you able to pull it up, State?
I'm looking right now, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have a case number on that one? 18. Oh, hold on a second. All right, 18 CT. Yes.
No, it's 18444 CT.
Oh.
Your Honor, everything looks correct.
The plaintiff sentence correct?
Yes, there's a plea, the plea in absentia, there's a fingerprint print form submitted separately, but there as well, and then a plea form, which is the standard form.
All right, I've got a withhold $100 fine, court cost of prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I reviewed the citation and find that there's a sufficient factual basis and venue. The terms of the plea are correctly indicated in the plea in absentia, and there's a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. This is acknowledged by the defendant's signature before a notary. There is a plea form that has been filed along with an attached fingerprint form. Therefore, I find the plea has been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. I will accept the plea and impose sentence for this moment.
Perfect. Judge, how long does he have to pay this?
90 days.
90 days. Okay, great. I will get him to do this immediately.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so for the charge done without a valid license, withhold of adjudication, $220 in court costs, $100 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, as indicated, 90 days to pay, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for your patience. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care.
You too.
Let me go back to this lady now. What's that? Let me see what you got. Yep. All right, so recalling Alicia Maria Alvarez. So apparently, Henry County has been doing a collection docket. There is a statutory structure by which the court can attempt to pursue collection of unpaid court costs. And if someone fails to appear, a writ can be issued for that failure to appear. Ma'am, I have a few questions for you. And that's what this appears to be. But this is the second person in a week that I've seen one of these for, where not only does it appear this is is for a failure to appear for collections court, but the case number cannot be found on the clerk of court's website. The second time that has happened. No, you can't find it. You cannot find it under the name. This is the second time this has happened to me in a week, where you can't find the name, you can't find the case number, but we're being asked to put someone in custody on a contempt order for what I guess is a failure to appear.
And I'm having the investigator, Judge, look into
Nope. But we were getting these warrants to arrest people. So I have a concern about this. If this is from the collection court, which is what, ma'am, let your lawyer speak for you. If this is coming from the collections court, I had the opportunity to do some detailed research as to the due process that has to be afforded to a defendant before we can take them into custody on a writ from collections court. And so before we're going to do that, one thing I would be required to do is to determine ability to pay. Man, what's on here, and once again, this isn't a purge. It says a bond amount, cash or surety. This is not a criminal warrant. The only thing that would be appropriate to be issued for collections would be a civil writ, a civil contempt with a purge, which is what I'm guessing is what they were attempting to do by issuing a $953 bond. So ma'am, you're still under oath because I put you under oath for the plea. I need to talk about your financial situation right now. I would look into whether or not you have the ability to pay any outstanding court costs at Hendry County. But for some reason, when they put somebody in a collection court, their cases disappear off the website. And that's a little bit concerning. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a recess. I'm going to call up to Hendry County. I'm going to get some information before we take you into custody. And I'm going to confirm what this is for. And if I am not convinced that we have a validly issued writ, we'll have to figure out some sort of alternative arrangement. All right? Because what will happen if we do is that this lady will be held in our custody for 24 hours, brought to first appearance, and then we'll still have to conduct an appropriate hearing at that time. So let me make sure that we are proceeding correctly under the law before we go any further.
And there's no contempt on the record, even after
If it's being issued properly under the law, it's civil contempt. And I can tell you the statutory authority behind it. Well, that's something that has to be determined before someone can be taken into custody on a writ for this. So I'm going to confirm for sure that's what this is, and if so, we will figure out how to proceed appropriately at that time. So we're going to take a brief recess. But Ms. Woodley, I'm going to and Mr. Rosinko, I'm going to point you to one moment. The statute that authorizes this type of collection court. It's 938.30. And I'm not trying to interfere with Hendry County's business, but if they're going to have folks arrested in our county under their warrants and have people be held in our jail, I'm going to make sure they're afforded appropriate due process. I didn't either. I had to look it up myself. And I'll show you, Ms. Woodley and Mr. Rosinko. And as long as due process is afforded, then the writ will be executed, and that's fine. But I'm going to make sure that it's done properly if they're going to be arrested here. So I just need a moment. And Ms. Woodley, there's a second DCA case that goes, and Mr. Rosinko, there's a second DCA case that goes into great detail as to the due process that must be afforded before someone can be taken in under a collections writ under that statute. And it It is Ackridge,